Hello, everyone. I'm attorney Jennifer Marshall, here with an urgent message for our senior community, especially older women who might be struggling financially right now. If you or someone you love relies on major U.S. banks for your savings, your benefits, or even your daily banking needs, you need to listen closely. Today, I'm revealing the shocking warnings issued by some of the country's biggest banks, warnings that could seriously impact your financial security. But before we dive in, please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you've faced banking challenges recently, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a crucial update that could protect your financial future. Now let's get started, and make sure you watch until the very end because the information I share could save you thousands or even your peace of mind. Part 1. The warning from major U.S. banks. What's happening? Over the past year, something very concerning has been unfolding quietly in the background of the U.S. banking system. Major banks that many seniors have trusted for decades are now issuing what financial experts call a warning shot, a signal that things are shifting, and not in a way that favors the average older customer. You see, these banks are under increasing pressure to tighten their security protocols due to a rise in financial fraud, especially targeting seniors. While this effort is necessary, the way banks are implementing new policies is causing unintended consequences. For older women, who are often managing fixed incomes and relying on timely access to their funds, this can be nothing short of a financial nightmare. Let me give you some examples. A common scenario now is this. A senior woman makes a withdrawal or deposit that looks unusual to the bank's automated systems, maybe a larger than normal withdrawal to cover an unexpected medical bill or a transfer to a trusted caregiver. The bank's fraud detection algorithms flag the transaction, and suddenly the account is frozen. The bank then requires extensive documentation to verify the transaction. What's the problem here? It can take days or even weeks to resolve. During that time, the senior can be locked out of their own money, unable to pay for medications, groceries, or even utilities. For someone living on a fixed income, this delay can have devastating effects. The warnings issued by banks include notices that they will be increasing the scrutiny of accounts belonging to seniors, with a special focus on older women. This demographic is highlighted because data shows they are frequently targeted by scammers and identity thieves. Banks believe stricter controls will help reduce fraud, but the cost is high for many genuine customers. To put it plainly, if you rely on a major U.S. bank for your daily financial needs, you may soon face restrictions, delays, and barriers that make managing your money far more stressful and difficult. Part 2. Why older women are targeted and how this affects you. You might wonder why older women specifically. The answer lies in the intersection of vulnerability and systemic bias. Older women often live alone or manage household finances without a partner. They may be on fixed incomes such as Social Security, pensions, or retirement savings. Unfortunately, they are also disproportionately targeted by financial scams, everything from telemarketing fraud to more sophisticated identity theft schemes. Banks, aware of this risk, have ramped up their efforts to protect these accounts. But the problem is that banks use automated systems designed to catch suspicious activity, not to understand individual circumstances. Imagine this. A senior woman has always withdrawn $200 a week for groceries. Suddenly, she needs $1,000 for an emergency dental procedure. That withdrawal triggers a red flag. The bank freezes the account for unusual activity, and the senior is left in limbo. This isn't just hypothetical. It's a pattern we're seeing more and more often. Many seniors report being unable to access their own money because the bank's systems overreacted. Legally, banks have the right to freeze accounts when fraud is suspected, but the reality is that many seniors feel trapped by this process. Banks often fail to communicate clearly or quickly enough, causing unnecessary stress. Moreover, older women may lack the technical know-how or physical mobility to deal with complex bank procedures. They may have difficulty navigating phone trees, waiting on hold, or providing digital documentation. The effect: seniors may miss critical bill payments, risk damage to their credit score, or be forced to borrow money at high interest rates just to get by. Part 3. What the banks are not telling you: the hidden fees and policies. In addition to freezing accounts, banks have quietly introduced a range of fees and policy changes that disproportionately impact older women and seniors on fixed budgets. First, there are monthly maintenance fees that many banks now charge for checking and savings accounts. These fees can range from $10 to $20 or more every month. What's worse is that seniors may not realize these fees have been introduced or increased because banks often bury these changes in fine print or send notices that are difficult to understand. Secondly, paper statement fees have become a new revenue source. Banks encourage customers to go paperless, but not all seniors have reliable internet access or feel comfortable with electronic statements. Those who still want paper statements can be charged up to $5 per month, adding another financial burden. Then there are ATM withdrawal limits and fees. Some banks are now restricting the number of free withdrawals per month or charging fees when using out-of-network ATMs. Since many seniors prefer to use cash for everyday purchases, these policies hit them hard. Overdraft fees are also a big concern. Even a single overdraft can cost $35 or more, and repeated overdrafts can add up to hundreds of dollars in penalties. For seniors on a tight budget, this can be devastating. What makes these changes worse is the lack of transparency. Many seniors do not realize their bank has changed policies until they see unexpected charges or receive notices about account restrictions. Financial institutions are required by law to notify customers of major fee changes, but those notices are often overlooked or misunderstood, leaving many older women in a difficult position. Part 4. What you can do now: legal rights and practical steps. If everything I've described so far sounds alarming, it is, but it's important to remember that you have rights and options. First, know your legal protections. Federal laws such as the Truth in Savings Act require banks to disclose fees and changes clearly. If you believe your bank has failed to provide proper notice or is acting unfairly, you have grounds to file complaints with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, or even seek legal advice. Second, keep detailed records. Save all letters, emails, and notes from phone calls with your bank. Document every interaction. This paper trail can be vital if you need to dispute fees, hold times, or account freezes. Third, don't hesitate to ask questions. If your account is frozen or fees are applied, request a clear explanation in writing. Many times, banks will resolve misunderstandings when pressed. Fourth, consider switching your banking to a credit union or smaller local bank. These institutions often provide more personal service and have policies more favorable to seniors. Fifth, set up alerts on your accounts to notify you of large withdrawals, deposits, or low balances. This can help you spot suspicious activity early and respond quickly. Finally, seek help when needed. Many legal aid organizations specialize in elder law and consumer protection. There are also advocacy groups focused on senior financial security that can offer guidance. Taking proactive steps today can prevent bigger problems tomorrow. You don't have to accept unfair treatment or confusion. The law is there to protect you, and there are people ready to help. Part 5. How to spot and avoid financial abuse scams targeting seniors. One of the key reasons banks have increased scrutiny on senior accounts is the alarming rise in financial abuse scams targeting older adults. Unfortunately, scammers are getting more sophisticated every day, and older women are often targeted because they may be more trusting, less tech-savvy, or socially isolated. So, what do these scams look like? Here are the most common types you need to be aware of. Phishing calls and emails. Scammers will impersonate bank officials, government agents, or even family members in distress, urging you to provide your account details, passwords, or social security numbers. These contacts often sound urgent and convincing. Remember, legitimate banks and government agencies will never ask for your full password or PIN over the phone or email. Fake tech support calls. Someone calls claiming your computer or bank account has been compromised and offers to fix the problem. They may ask you to install software that gives them remote access or to transfer money to a safe account, which is really their account. Lottery and prize scams. You might receive a call or letter saying you've won a prize or lottery, but must pay a fee up front to claim it. It's a classic scam designed to drain your bank account. Investment scams. Offers promising too good to be true returns on investments, often preying on seniors' desire to protect or grow their retirement savings. To protect yourself, always be skeptical of unsolicited calls, texts, or emails. If you receive a suspicious message, contact your bank directly using a phone number or email address you trust, never the contact info provided in the message. Keep your personal and financial information private. Don't share your account numbers, passwords, or social security number with anyone except trusted professionals and family members. Consider placing a fraud alert or credit freeze on your credit reports to prevent identity theft. Finally, educate yourself and family members regularly about the latest scams. Many local senior centers and organizations offer free workshops on fraud prevention. Part 6. What families and caregivers need to know. If you're a family member or caregiver for an older woman, your role is crucial in protecting her financial security. But you must approach this responsibility with respect and care, ensuring the senior's autonomy and dignity are preserved. Here are several important steps you can take. Maintain open communication. Regularly talk with your loved one about her finances and any banking issues she may be experiencing. Encourage her to share concerns or strange bank notifications immediately. Monitor bank statements. With permission, help review monthly statements to spot unauthorized transactions, new fees, or account restrictions early. Help manage passwords and security settings. Assist in setting up strong, unique passwords and enable two-factor authentication for online banking when possible. Help her avoid sharing passwords with anyone except trusted family members or legal representatives. Know the power of attorney, POA, if your loved one agrees. Having a trusted family member legally appointed with financial power of attorney can allow smoother banking management and quicker resolution of account issues. Be sure this is done properly and with legal advice to avoid abuse. Recognize signs of financial exploitation. Sudden withdrawal of large sums, unfamiliar charges, missing valuables, or sudden changes in spending habits can indicate financial abuse. If you suspect this, take action immediately by contacting authorities or elder protection services. Help navigate bank policies. Sometimes banks can be confusing or intimidating. Offer to accompany her to the bank or help make phone calls to ensure her questions are answered fully. Your involvement can prevent many common banking pitfalls and scams seniors face today. But always keep in mind that respect for your loved one's independence is paramount. Part 7. When to seek legal advice and how I can help. Despite your best efforts, some banking problems require professional legal intervention. Knowing when to seek a lawyer's help can save you or your loved one from financial disaster. You should consider consulting an attorney if your bank has frozen your account without clear explanation and is delaying resolution. You're being charged fees that you believe are unlawful or were not properly disclosed. You suspect financial abuse or exploitation, but don't know how to prove it. You need help understanding complex banking contracts or changes to terms that affect your funds. Your bank refuses to provide information or comply with federal consumer protection laws. As an elder law attorney, I specialize in protecting seniors from unfair banking practices and financial abuse. I can help you navigate disputes with banks and demand transparency. File formal complaints with regulatory bodies. Pursue legal action if necessary to recover frozen funds or correct wrongful charges. Draft and review documents such as powers of attorney or guardianships to protect financial interests. Advise families on safeguarding seniors' assets and avoiding scams. If you or a loved one are struggling with these issues, don't wait until it's too late. Early legal advice can prevent serious financial loss and reduce stress.